Hey, everybody. Let's see. YouTube chat. Okay, that's good. Let's see what else we can fix. Okay. Thanks, Owen O'Farrell, for subscribing. Hooray! Right before the stream started. Boy, I better hurry up and type in third. I'm cold. It's not cold, I'm just cold. Minute. Go future GM, I guess. How am I doing? You know, tired and cold. Old. Storm coming to Atlanta tomorrow? Maybe. There's a cold front sweeping over like most of US. Like totally. Hello. Hi everybody. I'm on YouTube. That's what you're called. Well, if there's a cold front, then we have to fly the flags at half staff. There's always a sub Sunday, but never a Dom Monday. That's correct. The subs take a nap on Monday. Yay, Raj subscribed for 64 months. One for each square on the board. Yeah, but what about the actual squares where there's more than 64? I don't know how many there are, but there's more. Making the Knights tour irrelevant. It's Owen. Man, the Atlanta Falcons remind me of Alabama. If only C.L. Smith was here to agree. Yeah, but I can't add all those numbers up. Oh, 204, you already posted it. I just thought you were posting random numbers. Oh, no Farrell. He owes no Farrells. That's true. Phew. That's nothing to sneeze at. Somehow Sitbear, his games were put on after Bonarici's. It's never happened before. Sitbear's always there at 1 in the morning putting his games on. I've never been so confused. What? The Jets won? I don't even know what happened in the NFL. Let's see. NFL scores. Seemed like a lot of games today went the way they would normally go. The Broncos beat the Chiefs 38-0. That's what happens when you don't play your players. Well, that's the end of Cincinnati. Cardinals beat the 49ers 47-24. God damn. Let's see. Texans barely beat the Titans by 9. Guess that's not barely. Eagles beat the Giants. Colts beat the Jaguars. The Commanders beat the Cowboys. Well, that's good. Bears beat the Packers. Patriots beat the Bills. I mean, what's the point in having 17 games in a season when none of the good teams put their good players out for week 17? I guess this way they put their good players out for week 16. Chargers beat the Raiders. Okay, that wasn't an upset. Seahawks beat the Rams. And the Jets beat the Dolphins. Man, so if Kansas City had played their players and won, Cincinnati would be in the playoffs because the Dolphins lost. I guess I'll watch most of the second half of the Lions game with the Vikings. I think the Vikings are a better team. Vikings seem really good. This is my first sub Sunday. Talk me through submitting a game for analysis. Impossible. Well, you should have already submitted a game an hour ago or more. Games are already submitted. They don't get submitted during this stream. I have to prepare them. So if you can put it in the right place on Discord, we could still try to get it, I guess. Yeah, I think a lot of teams had zero interest in today's game. Hello to YouTube people. Yeah, the Falcons' defense, well, they don't have any defense, so they give up a lot of points and yards and don't tackle too well. Will college and NFL playoffs be going on at the same time? Sure, why not? Probably not at the exact same time, but, the same, area. Probably you can watch all the games without, having to watch two at once. Will the USCF dual rated be changed to either standard or quick rapid? Or will the system remain the same? I haven't heard of a change, but it could be. Yeah, Happy New Year. Just don't tell Larry David. Yeah, January 20th is when I play last round in Charlotte, and Trump is inaugurated, and the college football playoff happens. I don't know which is the most important. Dog's barking for no reason. Hey, Vartanonk. Any thoughts on freestyle chess? No. Are you playing viewers today? I am not. Today's Sunday, so I analyze subs games. So if you're a sub and you already, a sub on Twitch, and you already put your game on Discord, I can analyze it. Will you stream your games? No. I think they'll be on chess.com. I think, I don't know. So probably they'll be shown live, but maybe they won't. Advanced chess is the way to go. No one wants to look at freestyle games after. Not sure if that matters. And the truth hurts. Opinion on sharing the Blitz title. I have no opinion, but I'll share it with them if they want. Are VIPs a sub above? Lawful Waffle, you're not even a sub. Terrible. And Bonarici with the facts. Spitting facts. Robert Hubner died today. Yeah, I read about that. I talked to him a couple times at Viconsay. He didn't like live music. Yeah, he was always old, even when he was young. Yeah, we saw Hubner in 1979 at Montreal. That's 45 years ago. We saw him at a hotel. Go Sherwin. Why can't 30 plus people become GMs? The maximum number of people who could become GMs is 29. Only 29 people can become GMs. Once a 30th person wants to be a GM, FIDE cuts it off. So there's only 29 GMs. Oh, and age. Oh, I don't know, because they suck. Oh, snap. Is Karen going to play U.S. Amateur Team South again? I played her team last year. Yes, they will be playing. They were thinking about playing in the East, but then they decided to play in the South. Liam Blackbird donating in the dead of night. Take these 100 bits and learn to fly. All my life, I was waiting for a donation so I could buy some fries. Liam Blackbird, donate. Yeah, 30, no good. 29, maybe. Only small children can become GMs. Yeah, Hubner's annotations were dense. It was a cool meeting. I asked where you were. She said it was a girls' trip. Yeah, I was probably at home. Liam Blackbird gifted a sub. Will you analyze games soon? Yeah, I wait till we're on Chess TV so more people can see it. Also, it kills time. Thanks for the sub. The first game we're going to analyze is the Bonarici game. Cold. Tired. Mainly cold. Yeah, but Masters play like 1160 players or 1100. So terrible. Who is going to win the World Junior Hockey Championship? Probably a tie with Carlson and Nepo would be my guess. Yeah, I try not to wear a tie, usually just a t-shirt. Also, I have shorts on. I'm in my workout clothes. I just took a shower about 45 minutes ago. I guess it was almost an hour ago. Between 45 minutes and an hour. What game of your own do you think was best? Probably some game I beat Bonarici in 3 minutes. Not Nigel Shorts, I hope. Go Nigel Shorts. Yeah, I went to the gym, but it was like raining outside. So that was annoying. Inside was okay, though. It's an all-night game. I signed up for the Reykjavik Open. Man, I almost played in the Reykjavik Open before, but I never quite did. Where is Catherine? Who's that? And where is she? Thoughts on Hikaru not making top 20 in the Blitzer Rapid? Terrible. How cold is it in Georgia? It's 40s typically, sometimes 50s. What do I have to do to analyze my worst game? Impossible. I played in Reykjavik in 1990. That's the only time I was there. Get a treadmill at home with a nice TV. Yeah, right over there, there's a treadmill and a TV. Karen uses the treadmill a lot. I look at it a lot, then I walk away, like James Gandolfini. Man, the UP, that's further from Michigan, from Detroit area than Reykjavik. Yeah, not only is it 40s and 50s in winter, it's Celsius. I thought your wife named Catherine. Well, that's close. Starts with a K. KQLY Style 55 subscribed. Good, good. I played the UP Open once, Life in a Northern Town. This handle checks out. Okay, it's almost 8 o'clock Eastern. Then we'll start analyzing the games. We're on Chess TV. Mount Bohemia in the UP has great skiing. Man, Bonarici's very well informed about winter stuff outside. Yay, Liam Blackbird gave 5 subs. Thanks for supporting the stream. Is Perrier still the go-to beverage? It is not. Have you considered making YouTube shorts more often? I have not. Good job, Tensor Extension. I didn't see the movie Analyze This, but I've heard of it. Are you still on Cameo? I am. Hi, Chess TV. I'm Ben. Today's Sub Sunday. So we're going to look at games of subs. We didn't have a lot submitted. So, as Bonarici points out, I'll probably play viewers after we look at the subs games. Hello. So my par is 4 out of 9 at Reykjavik. What do you think? You should try to shoot below par. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I look great. How much money would it take for you to play me so I can get the GM title? What? Well, that sentence makes a lot of sense. Me playing you doesn't help you get the GM title. Okay, let's start looking at subs games. Start with Bonarici. This was Arena Kings. I kept wanting to push F5 and finally did, but probably should have done it a turn or two earlier. A 600 won the event, but not with machine help. He was just a sandbagger, as his true strength was about 1200. I love sandbaggers and Arena Kings because all I want to do is play some stronger opponents. And if you sandbag and I play you, I'm happy. I guess some consider sandbagging cheating. Not me. Okay, so Bonarici's 1730 and his opponent's 1800. And it's a 3-minute game. And this was played on New Year's Day, as recommended by you two. Okay, Bonarici's white. It's a King's Indian. I think Yasser plays this way. Bishop d3 and knight e2. Yeah, rook e8's not considered the best move. Or knight bd7. White's already much better. Yeah, typically when you play c5, you don't want to play knight bd7 too early. But it's weird to play rook e8, then play c5, because rook e8 indicates that you want to play e5. Activate your rook somewhat. Yeah, 95's not very good because it's going to get kicked with f4. Ooh, h5. That's somewhat weakening. Ooh, h4. That's also somewhat weakening. Yeah, just f4 is good. Your bishop g5 is good, taking advantage of h5. Now black can't play h6. Yay, go hype train. But stay there. Queen c2 question mark. I mean, wouldn't give that a question mark. The engine wants to play f4. Seems reasonable. The most interesting move is bishop takes h5. And then if takes, you have knight takes h5. And there's pressure on the king side here. Okay, but queen c2 is okay. Not sure why it's a question mark. b6 doesn't seem too good. f5 is good. Yeah, white's playing really well. Go Bonarici. Especially considering it's a 3-minute game. Yeah, the engine doesn't like that move. Or taking with the c pawn. Yeah, you want to take with the e pawn so you put more pressure on g6 because you unblock your queen. Yeah, pawn on e4 is not very good. It's blocking the queen and the bishop from black's g6 pawn. Oh, white's still winning. Yay, he unblocked his queen. Yeah, unfortunately, that move undefends the knight on f6. So now white can take either way. The engine prefers rook takes f6. But I think most humans would play bishop takes. Yeah. Yeah, white's up a piece. Knight takes just loses the knight on f6. Yay, Brazilian Monk gave 5 subs. Thank you. That just hangs the d pawn. But rook f1's good. Yeah, white's just up a piece. Hoping for queen h4, knight e6 check, winning the queen. But black didn't fall for that. But knight e6 is still good. This isn't very interesting. And black resigned, I guess, or lost on time, whichever is funnier. Bonarici played a good game. Yeah, that's a sentence you don't hear very often. Especially considering it was 3-minute. Also considering that his opponent was higher rated. And his opponent had a cool name. Natsu Natsu. Tisker Tasker subscribed. Thank you. I just did a deadlift and now my back hurts. What's the point of physical sports? Save your anatomy. Uh-huh. That was something. Be oblong and have your knees removed. Also possible. Atlanta's chess center is under Perrier. I don't get it. The answer to physical pain after exercise is fries. That is usually the answer. Next week at some point, the Chessable course I've been working on is coming out. It's called Sicilian Surprise. It should be out by January 14th. Although, things are going slow, so I don't know. Might be the 15th. Is that the one in which you don't play Sicilian? That would be a Sicilian Surprise. But no, I can't find the analysis channel. I'm trying, but trying is the first step to etc. That's correct. It's not easy submitting a game. I think the name of the channel is Viewer Analysis PGN. I think. That's where subs submit their games. But one of the reasons that maybe you can't find it is you need to connect Discord to Twitch so that your Discord knows that you're a sub on Twitch. And I can't help you with that because I don't know how to do that. I love you. Please play. I can't play. I'm analyzing games. Do you have any recommendations on books or videos on the Gleck system? I don't know what the Gleck system is, so no. But thanks for asking. Correct, Ref May. That's the correct answer. Do you ever get super burnout from chess? Is there another thing to do? How do you become a GM, Ben? I don't know. A lot of politics. Are you familiar with the Halloween Gambit? I play a modified Halloween Gambit, which is much worse than the Halloween Gambit. That's not even possible. I played the violin before Bonarici was born, and he's younger than me. I mean, older than me. I messed that joke up. Danya is promoting the Gleck system. What's that have to do with cheating or something? Oh, snap. Yeah, my brother and I played violin when we were children. Okay, let's go to the next game. It's from Vartanonk. Round 1 of the North American Open in Las Vegas. Never played G4 X-Clam. This game might not be Kramnik approved, but has some Riz with 96.9 accuracy. Both players are 1669, or it's a typo, in the under 1700 section. No result is given, so we'll have to see what happens. Our hero is black. Still theory. Bishop e2 is not the most common move. Typically, they play bishop to d3. Okay, pretty boring equality. Should be it's unusual. Normally, the queen goes to e7 pretty early. Black's playing for some queen h2 at some point. But I'm not sure when. But sometime. Probably this was a good time for white to play e4. Black having all their pawns on the third rank. Yeah, e4 now is okay. Just equal. Engine doesn't like that move. It wants to check, then play bishop f5, putting pressure here on the d7 knight. Now black can play knight f6, which black did. Doesn't like that move, giving up the two bishops. Now black has the two bishops. Black is slightly better. Ooh, g4. Ooh. Oh, man, when you said g4 wasn't good, you weren't kidding. g4, god damn. Man, bishop just woke up all of a sudden. I mean, this bishop seeing g4 is the equivalent in real life of like a bishop seeing a small child. Man, bishop woke up. You stayed at my house for 2009 for a tournament in Lubbock, Texas, where you earned your third and final GM norm. Yay. Thanks, Brian. I remember staying in somebody's home in Lubbock, Texas. I didn't know that was the tournament I got my last norm. I can never say anything bad about Danya or Ben. We're our heroes. The Saints are a Super Bowl lock. What? Okay, back to the game. Nobody got my bishop joke. Okay, so queen e6. That's a good move. Queen can go to d5 and then c5 and then GG. g4, what a terrible move. Oops, I went backwards. c5, discovered attack on the rook. Now, black's threatening two different checkmates in one for each of you, and the pawn on d4. So knight f3 is forced. And it's looking tough for white. Pawn needs to go back to g2. Then white's just worse instead of lost. Queen d3. Not rook d3? Now the engine says it doesn't matter. Oh, rook d3, there's rook c1 check. Yeah, I didn't see that. Well, then this is just over. And then the game ends. Texas Tech is the best university for chess. Very surprisingly. They won round 1 of the Collegiate Chess Championship. That is correct. Although I'm not sure Texas Tech is the best, but the other stuff was correct. There's a lot of good schools now But yeah, Texas Tech is still one of the best. Does Onishuk still coach there? Go Onishuk, but stay there. What is my opinion? I agree with whatever you said. UT Austin is good for math. It is? I thought they were just good for football. What do you think about the Ponziani for intermediate players? Yeah, sure, why not? Man, 2009, that was a long time ago. 16 years ago. The year Monsters vs. Aliens was released. Best way to improve? Impossible. You signed my chessboard along with Polgar and Truong. I still have it. All right. Have you ever been to Scotland? I have not. If it wasn't for Gata, how long would Yasser have been the top U.S. chess player? I don't know. Did you ever play Yasser in an official match? Yes. We played 3 times in rated tournaments. Gave Artsanon gave 5 subs probably. That's my guess. Yay. Thanks, Vartanonk. Well, you played pretty well that game. And yeah, G4 was pretty bad. Okay, let's look at the next game. I played white in this game and had my first ever Underpromotion, which was pretty hype. 1600s, myself included, are garbage at chess. Man, the first sentence was like, he was all happy. Then he was like, he's garbage at chess. But what happened? Both players are 1600, played on chess.com. 10-minute game. Played a couple weeks ago. The guy said that he achieved his peak rating and then lost about 8 games in a row. Terrible. Okay, so our hero's white. It's a Karo Khan. C3's not the most aggressive move. Typically, white plays H4 here, although knight F3 is okay. Then you could play H4 or knight E5. E5. Is that a mouse slip or a typo? That move doesn't make a lot of sense. That just hangs a pawn. Are you sure this game wasn't played on Lichess? You went to the Taj Mahal? Was that in Atlantic City? I used to go there. Oh, snap. Before you were born. On Lichess, this is the best move. That's right. Okay, so that didn't make a lot of sense. Maybe it was a mouse slip and he meant to play e6. Maybe. Okay, now white has the two bishops and white has the fatals. A5? That's not a move I would have been considering. It's not as bad as I exclaimed, but it's pretty bad. A5, wow. Bishop F4? Wow. That's worse than A5. Much worse. Now white's not even better. Why would you play Bishop F4 and ruin your pawn structure like that? And get rid of your two bishops. Basically, any move is better than Bishop F4. Normally, I would just stop the stream now because I can't take it. But we'll keep going. Bishop F4. God damn. Rook E8 check, allowing Bishop E3. King D2. God damn. Game's pretty suspicious. Rook E6, not ruining white's pawn structure on the king side. Now white's winning again. All right, so white's a pawn up. Now white's not a pawn up because check and attacks the pawn. So Rook E1 was a mistake because of that. Queen D5, moving the king towards the pawn, but then stopping. I don't know why black didn't take the pawn. Maybe he meant to take the pawn, but he mouse slipped again and his queen stopped on D5. Then this position, white's going to lose one of his rook pawns here because black's threatening queen h1 check also. But the engine still likes white after queen e8 check and a4, giving up the h pawn because the g pawn's attacked. Now it says it's equal. F4 was the best move. And now this should be a draw. King B3, the opposition or something. Not a move I would have considered. But all right, it's still equal. That move just loses. It says queen takes and black is slightly better. So black king can become active. Now queen c5 check is just winning material. And that's what he played. That move is winning, but there's no reason not to take this pawn. Now you can't take the pawn. King a4, god damn. Threatening queen takes a5 mate. Although after b5 check, the bishop's not defended. Well, neither is the knight. So king a4 is an unusual move. This should be a draw. Now black is close to winning with g3. Yep. And now black is winning by playing g2. King a6, also winning. What a strange move. And queen d7 misses the win. Black can play queen c6 and still win. Then g2. And black has sort of a mating attack, and black's pawn is very strong. Now it should be a draw. Now queen c6 is good again. Okay, now it should be a draw. Queen g2, blocking the passed pawn and letting white queen. Wow, queen g2 is the worst move of the game. That's saying something. In a game filled with mistakes, queen g2 is the queen of mistakes. Allowing d7 check and then queen. Queen e8, allowing black to perpetual instead of just queening and winning. I don't understand why white didn't just queen. I was half expecting white to play d8 equals knight check, which doesn't win, but it's funny. Now black has a perpetual. g2 losing immediately to what I said before. Yeah, black needs to check and just keep checking. The game ends in a draw. Yay, now d8 equals knight is the winning move. That's a pretty cool way to win. And then black resigned or lost on time. Probably resigned. Well, that was a good game. I think this was a 10-minute game. Yeah. Let's try. I need my spinach. Yeah, that wasn't the best game of the century. It was a slow century. So maybe it was. Yeah, that wasn't good. Okay, next game. Now, last week or 2 weeks ago or whenever it was, we saw that Sitbear played his relative, I think is his brother, Hitbear. And even though Sitbear won, I think, everybody liked Hitbear better. It's not easy to not like somebody better than Sitbear. Not sure what that means, but sounds good. And we liked Hitbear so much that Sitbear included one of his games in today's weekly games. Anyway, Sitbear says, everyone last week seemed to enjoy my cousin, oh, it's his cousin, Hitbear's play more than my own. So I decided to send in another spectacular win that embodies his style. You'll notice that not one of his sacrifices was sound, but that's just how he rolls. Well, I guess Hitbear did win last week against Sitbear. I don't know. I don't remember the result. I just remember, it wasn't the highest level game. Close. Popeye's in the public domain? All right. Okay, so Hitbear, our hero, is black. Not to be confused with So far, pretty good. Knight G4. That's some kind of fishhook variation that I've never heard of or seen. Yeah, and then H5. Very suspicious. Now, this is how I play in like 30-second chess. Okay, so white's been winning for a while. Bishop D5 is a good move. Oops. Bishop C2. That's not terrible. Never play F6. Knight takes F2. Confusing me. What? Not very sound. Yeah, G3 doesn't make any sense. Just Knight H4 is winning. G3, black's better. Now, black should play H4. Black has the better position. Yeah, now white's winning again. In fact, white should play Knight H4 before taking the bishop. So black can't play H4. That seems unlikely. White's rating is 1200 something. Black's rating is 1300 something. And it's a 10-minute game. You know, H4, black's still in the game. That's also unsound. Now white's winning again. White's up a rook for 2 pawns. Actually, white's not up a rook. White's up a piece. I can't count. So white's up a piece for 2 pawns. That move allows queen takes, so that's a bad move. So now black is winning after e takes d. Yeah, and e4 is winning. Very nice move. Now the knights are all attacked and pinned and such. King e3. Steinitz recommended. Although it was Joe Steinitz from Brooklyn, not Wilhelm Steinitz, who coincidentally is also in Brooklyn. Oh, snap. There's a really big cemetery on the border of Brooklyn and Queens, and that's where Steinitz is buried. And I actually visited his grave about, 25 years ago, I guess. Not sure when it was. Maybe it was more than that. Maybe Mark remembers. As a Vandal? Probably. Wasn't he 1900 last time? No, this is Hitbear, not Sitbear. Don't confuse your Hitbears. And black wins. Was queen e6 check better? I don't know. I don't think queen e6 check was ever legal. Why did Steinitz move to America? I don't know, you gotta move somewhere. Why not? Instead of pawn takes knight. Oh, you mean queen d3 check. I knew queen e6 check was never legal, so I was confused. Is queen d3 check better? No. Taking on f3 is the best move. Good question. Good old Steinitz Steinway. That's correct. Yeah, Steinitz' brother was also good at piano. His name was Baldwin. Oh, snap. I visited Missouri, the hole in the wall, St. Joe. Well, that's good. Speaking in Canadian, I can't understand him. 2,002 viewers. What else? Hey, everybody on Chess TV. Today's Sub Sunday, so you're required to sub. And we look at subs games, and I make fun of them. And then everybody has a good time. Anyway, as you can plainly see, Hitbear is clearly superior to Sitbear. Although they seem to play the same opponents all the time. N. Okay, the next game is from Sitbear himself. It says 1914 against 1397. Time control is 10-minute with a 5-second increment. And Sitbear says, everybody was talking trash when I sent in our most wild, entertaining, badly played game last week. If you want a better, more representative game, here you go. Don't expect it to be any fun. And this is Sitbear white against Hitbear. Sitbear also writes, P.S. This is the only game in my life I've ever beaten Hitbear, which is true. In fact, I think Hitbear was white and Sitbear just changed the names. Let's find out. Very colorful game. There's a lot of colors for bad moves. Already a mistake on move 1. I played G5 here. Played D6. She played last week, I think. D3 dubious. G5. Well, it does sacrifice another pawn. But with the bishop and knight both attacking G5, that move's not the best. Weakening G3. It's almost mate, but not quite. And knight f5 looks normal, but I guess we just kick it later with G4, E4. Castle sacrificing the knight on f5. Very suspicious. White says, nah, I don't want that. White's already up enough material. G4. Always a bad move. Knight b4. Even worse. Yeah, now black's losing a piece. And knight b4 wasn't good. Yeah, the knight's just trapped on a2. d4 is a good move. And now white's just up a bishop. There's no attack for black. And black resigned. That was Sitbear versus Hitbear. Yeah, Hitbear did a little mix of sacrificing and blundering that game. But he did play like Hitbear. He played wild and crazy. It was a real game. Anyway, Hitbear's play is such that if he becomes super famous, he can play in those tournaments chess.com has for famous people. I forgot what they're called. What are those tournaments called? Where people who don't play very well, but they're well known on the internet. Yeah, Pog Champs. Yeah, that's it. Not to be confused with Trying to Learn's favorite, Pog Champs. Cold. Okay, next game, Black is our hero. Hi, Ben. This is a rapid game I played a few days ago as Black. The guy was 2100 before I beat him. And it was a game I had to fight out. After I promoted to a queen, I had less than 15 seconds left. And you can see that in my moves, as I panic, and I miss every checkmate on the board as to just not lose on time. Both players are 2000. Chess.com, time control is 10 minutes with no increment, no delay. Black is our hero. Still theory. Ooh, A3. Interesting. Yay, 279 from Thomas Beckett on YouTube. Thank you. Go Thomas Beckett. Yeah, this seems like Black's doing well out of the opening. White gave up the two bishops and didn't mess up Black's pawns. The engine doesn't like c4, although c4 looks reasonable. It wants to either castle or play d5. In a 10-minute game, I'd probably just castle. My king's in the center. Get out of the center. Yeah, now it likes white, the engine, because Black has holes in the position everywhere. It doesn't like queen d6. Just c4. I was waiting for c4. Knight c3, etc. Not sure why white wants the pawn on c3. That blocks two of their pieces. And that move's very bad. Yeah, knight a5 with the idea of knight c4. Bishop f8. And Black's already doing really well. Pawn structure is no good. Yeah, the engine wants the knight to go to c5. Knight b7, knight c5, and it says Black has really strong position. Still prefers Black here. It doesn't like that move, but that move's the most interesting, so I like it. Yeah, we could take on e4, then Black takes on c4, confusing the audience. And the engine says that's equal. Hard to believe. Yeah, if white takes with the knight, then Black can take on c4, because the knight's defending c4. So white took with the g-pawn. Knight e4 is not a good move. It just hangs the c pawn. Okay, so black's up a pawn. It's a better pawn structure. That move just blunders an exchange. Knight b2. That's another mistake from white. And now black just wins technically, except black doesn't have a lot of time on the clock. But black is completely winning, of course. Too many blunders from white. Good technique. White doesn't have any chance. If black blunders with rook takes pawn, then knight b5 check wins the rook. So black avoided that by not blundering. And now black is just trying not to lose on time. Yeah, here rook g3 is mate. And here rook h4 is mate. Queen c8 is also mate. But that's hard to see. Yay, black won, our hero. It's Sub Monday. What did you have for launch dinner? I launched. I didn't have dinner. Taking a nap. What did I have for lunch? I had some dumplings that I buy at the store. Just microwave them. And I put some sweet red peppers on them. And then I launched. That was a good game. Okay, our next game, the guy writes, finally pushed over the edge to 1700 with a rook sacrifice on their knife. Then, mate. Hoping to actually stay above 1700, though. Okay, both players are about 1700, and it's a 10-minute game on chess.com. Black is our hero. Hummus, mustard, or ketchup? Those are different things. According to Kramer, the only good mustard is Dijon. Yellow mustard's terrible. And Jerry really should keep more of his favorites in stock. Okay, our hero has black. Yay, Craft Single Square subscribed to tier 3. Hooray! Thanks for supporting the channel. What's a purple people eaters eat? What? Okay, back to the game. Okay, black's doing well. Pretty equal. Endra doesn't like that move because black's going to play bishop b7 at some point. And this pawn chain works well against that bishop. But now the bishop's going to have an open diagonal. So e5 is a minor mistake. Not too important. Doesn't like d4 either. Doesn't like knight c6 very much, but it's okay. And it prefers black slightly. Now it likes black a lot. Black's pieces are more active than white's. Bishop's blocked. His pieces aren't very good. And I have my Fianchetto bishops. Those are good. Yeah, really nice position for black. Yay, Craft Single Square. Oh, the Lions. Yeah, I don't know the score of the Lions game, but I'll watch, when the stream's over. Oh, G4. We're coming back to the first game. G4, terrible. Boo. Yeah, that's just nonsensical, letting this bishop become so strong and weakening the king. Now white's losing. Nice move. Yay, we can sack the exchange. Always sack the exchange. Several moves are made. Queen h3 and bishop d4. Two bishops, what else? Queen h1 ends up in mate. Bishop d4 ends up in mate. Man, that's a good example of always sack the exchange and two bishops. And never play f3, even though you didn't play f3. So you followed the rules. Also of note, if queen f2, we have queen h1 mate or the funnier queen g2 mate. Yeah, black played a nice game that game. White played g4. Oh, I don't know which g4 is worse. That g4 or the g4 from the earlier game where the guy was like, g4, terrible. Okay, so more people submitted games. Normally that would be too late, but I guess we can add them. I can figure out how. Okay, here's a game I played against the guy who submitted the game. We played it. Well, I don't know when we played it because it's dated today, but I didn't play chess today, so probably last week. Let's see what he says. Hi, Ben. I'm George Pash. Rhymes with flashy. George rhymes with flashy? He's Jashy Pash. Oh, he means the last name rhymes. George Pashy. This is our game from yesterday. I played yesterday? Oh, yeah. It seemed if I seemed underrated, it's because the game we played was the first on this new account for my new Twitch channel, George Pashy Chess. My actual strength is somewhere around 2050 chess.com. You gave me a 30-second handicap trying to fix the stream's audio. I was familiar with your bishop f4 shenanigans in the note boom with ab5, queen f3, and queen g3 from one of your lectures. So I had looked into it with an engine database before. By the time I remembered what I looked at, however, I had given back the time handicap, and we were even on the clock going into the middle game. Why does he want me to analyze the game when he's analyzing it? I was minus 2.11 at one point, but after missing the d4 pawn was hanging, I started taking too long to move, hanging all of my pawns. Being called out as bad as I play by you is one of the great honors of my chess career, if you can call it a career. I threw that in. Shows you how many hours I've received in my chess career. Oh, honors. What did I say, hours? I can't read. I look forward to losing to you every week. Okay. So that was, something. Okay, so I played this trap that I play in the note boom. And instead of playing the weak bishop b4, which a lot of my opponents play, he played the correct queen b6, as in the game Feingold Bagirov 1989, which ended in a draw. That's the tournament I beat Gelfand and lost to Esmai Parashvili in the last round. And in the middle of the tournament, I lost to Judah Polgar. That was round 2. Okay. So we played chess, develop our pieces. This is a 3-minute game. Says it's equal. Doesn't like e4. Doesn't like e5. Doesn't like knight g5. Yeah, I realized in this position that my opponent could take on d4, which I had not seen when I played knight g5. And then I'm just losing. But he didn't take on d4. Now I'm just worse. I defended my pawn. Okay, f6 is not the best move because it's f6. But black's still better. Now it says it's about equal. Now it says white is slightly better. Now it says it's equal again. Now it says white is slightly better. Now white's clearly better. Put it in H. And now it says white's winning. Then I remember he hung all his pawns. Now I'm threatening rook d8 check. Now it says I'm +5. Threatening queen takes f2 check. Yeah, I didn't know why he played queen takes, although the engine says it's forced mate, no matter what he does. So I guess that's not bad. Then he resigned. So I was worse out of the opening, then I was much worse or lost, then I was worse, then I was equal, then I was better, then I was clearly better, then I was winning, and then I won. A lot going on in a 3-minute game. So he won the first 18 moves, and I won the next 18 moves. That's basically what happened. The hero was at the bottom. Oh, snap. Let me see how the Lions are doing. Lions are up 7-0 in the second quarter, and the Vikings have the ball at midfield. 2nd and 9. I feel like the Vikings play better, but maybe they don't. I mean, they are playing the game in Detroit. Vikings have a lot of good players. I guess Detroit does too. So that's why the teams are 14-2. Okay, and we have one more game submitted by KQLY Style 55. My first loss in a rated OTB tournament game. Man, I did that 50 years ago. Damn. After the game, my opponent asked me whether I played the Queen's Indian often. Okay, so white's rated 2,089. And tournaments, game 45, delay 5. And black is our hero, but our hero didn't win. And there's usually a couple of people, I think Yabba Dabba Doo's one of them, who says, how come people never submit their losses? And then the guy submitted his loss. So there you go. Sounds good. What did you do for a living before chess? Chess. This is a good answer. The correct answer. Muscles, cold. I'm tired and old. I can make a song out of this. Okay. Bishop e7 is not the most common move. Typically, they play bishop to b7. Yay, we transpose, sort of. So this is very passive for black. Black usually plays d5 instead of bishop e7. So typically, it would go bishop b7, knight c3, and then d5. So bishop e7, d5 is already better for white. Then d6 is a bit passive, but all right. White's better, but black's okay. a6 is a bit passive also. Typically, we want to play c6 and hit the white center with the black pawns and bishops and knights and stuff. That move's not very good because f4 kicks our knight. White wants to play f4. Okay, but position's still, not completely lost. Strategically not very good for black. White's playing pretty well. Knight h8, god damn. Yeah, knight h8 is probably not a good move. Although I like knight h8, just not here. Yeah, knight f5 traps the rook on e7. Never play f6. Yeah, this is just white up material and has a big space advantage on the king's side. And black just lost another piece. White was threatening queen g8 check, rook g8, rook takes g8 mate. Although white's up a rook, so white doesn't need to make any big threats to win. Always sack the exchange. Yeah, if queen takes rook, then bishop takes f6 as mate. And then black resigned. I have a question for black after that game. Do you play the Queen's Indian much? Oh, snap. Yeah, it's weird to play b6 and then not play bishop b7 ever. Well, e6 is okay. You're just transposing to a Queen's Indian. Then you should play bishop b7 here. That's why you played e6. And then here you should play d5. Because after d5, white's better, and you sort of got smushed. And you made some tactical errors also. But yeah, your opponent was pretty good. Have you seen the penguin? I've been to zoos and seen penguins. Is that what you meant? Okay, I guess I'll play viewers because I looked at all the games. I think he meant the hockey team. No, I haven't seen Pittsburgh play. Yeah, you needed to play c6 earlier than a6 so you could, put pressure on the center. Not let white just play f4 or g4. And you let white play f4 with tempo when you played knight e5. So white was getting a big space advantage on the king's side and center. And then you got smushed. Rook got trapped on e7. So if you want to play me, you can challenge me 3-minute unrated. You could type !challenge if you're on Twitch, and it'll tell you what to do, give you a link. Somebody challenged me 30-minute, but I don't have time for that. Make sure you challenge me unrated. Somebody just challenged me rated. Yeah, there we go. How to challenge me? Impossible. In 12 days, I'll be driving to Charlotte, North Carolina to play in the Charlotte Open. So maybe I'll see you there. They should get hundreds of players. Two rooks, what else?
Nice eye. You found a tactic to grow your lead into a win.
I played 95.2, and my opponent played 79.3. Seems like I'm doing well in the final position. Go GM Robert Hubner. You're not going to make Charlotte. No. You got to make Charlotte. I'm cold. Still theory. Interesting if he had sacked his queen, gotten 3 pieces for it. This is also interesting. Always sack the exchange, no matter how bad it is. Why are you cold? I don't know, I'm cold. How do I know why I'm cold? He always sacked the exchange. That's right, Waffle Waffle. That's what happened. My alarm didn't go off. Oh no, Bishop D2 is a skewer. Queen takes A5. Huh. That's so good that I'll play it. What is this guy? 500? Oh.
Well done pouncing on that free piece.
He played 68.2 and I played 80.8. Not as good as my first game. Still theory. Yay, go Lions. Would you stream an OTB Blitz match against Naroditsky when you go to Charlotte? No.
You saw your chance for the win with a nice tactic and you took it.
He played 63.3 and I played 79.1. Remember to challenge me unrated, not rated. Yay, E-Trainer subscribed. Woohoo, chess. Did you see the Patriots fired Mayo? I didn't see that. I guess I'll never catch up then. Oh. Huh. Oh, I'm so cold. Yeah, that's a good move. Phew.
Good job breaking through in the endgame with some strong maneuvers.
I played 82.6 and he played 80.4. We live in suburban Atlanta. Thanks, Trifecta, for $5. Yay. Yeah, that guy looks like me, too. Thank you. Yeah, I grew up in Michigan. Then I moved around a lot when I was an adult. It's like Johnny Cash. I've been everywhere. Karen was born in Alabama. My mother's maiden name and my social security number are. Yeah, I was born in Detroit. Before you were born.
Good job building a lead and not letting up.
I played 87.4 and he played 77.3. All right, I think I've streamed long enough. It's been over 2 hours. I'll give you over to Naroditsky. All right, I'll see you guys Tuesday where I stream twice. Bye, everybody. Thanks for supporting.